Why do very, very smart people feel like the dumbest person in the room? Hey guys, my name is Jamil Sr., and I provide coaching for people just like you in the link that's in the description. Many times, people who are considered to be very, very smart consider themselves to be actually kind of stupid. Now, why does that happen? It happens, believe it or not, because of critical thinking. And because of critical thinking, those people got to be very smart, but it also made them question how smart they actually are. See, the whole way that you actually get smarter is by actually asking questions. And not just asking questions about mundane things like, what am I going to eat today? But asking questions that actually start to tear apart your very own ideas, the very own beliefs that you hold so dearly, and that maybe you've been holding on to them out of habit more so than actually thinking about them. So people who actually do this and have this practice of tearing their beliefs apart and dissecting them and understanding where these beliefs come from and what they're constructed of, and if they actually make sense, then it can lead you down a path of believing that you don't actually know anything. There's this famous quote of Socrates that says, "I only know that I know nothing." A lot of people misconstrue this quote here. A lot of people believe that that's just sort of a cop-out. It's just saying, well, don't ask me, I just work here. But really, it just goes to show something that actually a lot of intellectuals, a lot of smart people already know, which is the more you figure out about a certain subject, the more you understand the vast infinity of your own ignorance. Another great quote by Thomas Sowell was that it takes a lot of knowledge for you to understand the extent of your ignorance. See, when you, for example, if you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and you started to play the guitar and you start to understand digitations, right? And that you'll start to understand chords and where to put your fingers and all of that stuff. And once you understand the chords and digitations and you learn basically the basics of how to play the guitar, then you start getting into musical theory. And you start getting into harmony, you start getting into rhythms, and you start getting into different time signatures, and you start getting into counterpoint, and you start to getting in all of these different subjects around playing the guitar that is just infinite. It is never ending, and there are more things coming out even today. And so if you really want to dive into being a great guitar player, the job is never ending. And the more you understand, the more you realize there's more things that you do not understand. So for those people who are actually curious about things and they actually look to investigate things, then we start to come up with new questions every single time. You come up with a question, you answer that question, and then you realize there are three more questions that arose from that answer. And it keeps growing. And the amount of questions keeps growing. And I think that Neil deGrasse Tyson said this best when he said, the challenge is to know enough about a subject to believe that you're right, but not enough to know you're wrong. Do you experience this from time to time? Is this something that happens to you? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one.